Hello, I hope you are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Anna and I am a manifesting coach. I help entrepreneurial women let go of the fears and the doubts and the feelings of unworthiness that are holding them back from manifesting their desires. And today I wanted to talk to you about making space and why that is important. Hey, beautiful Nikki, and why that is important when you want to create shift and change in your reality. So what do I mean by space? Okay, so this is how you clear the way to attract more. So space is your environment. So it's the place where you live. Well, there's lots of areas. There's mindset, there's emotionally, physically, and mentally. There are all lots of areas where you can declutter. But I want to talk to you today basically about the physical space where you live and why we have so much rubbish around us. Now, decluttering is a consistent process. It's something that we need to be on top of all the time. Let me ask you this. Have you ever decluttered a space or a room, or for example, cleaned your car, and then within a week that space is all filled up again and it's all a big mess and it's looked exactly like it did a couple of weeks ago? Well, that's our energy. So I want you to think about this. So everything that we have in our environment and around us is energy. Everything is energy. I keep saying that all the time. So everything that we bring into our home, you're bringing some more energy, something that creates energy. Now, when your space is filled, hi Jess, hi Deepak, when your space is filled, so for example, okay, this is your energetic space. Now imagine if I fill this up to the top with water. And then I keep pouring more and more and more water in. There's no space, there's no room. It's already filled. When your space or your environment is filled to capacity with things, there's no space to bring new things in. So this is about allowing new things to come in. So energy likes to flow. When you have things that are clammed up or crammed up, when you've got cupboards that have got stuff in them from decades ago, and because this is a whole process. Thanks, Nikki. So this is a whole process because it's your energy. Your living environment is your energy. Now, I had a couple of my clients in the US. I had one client, and she had done this process because this is one of the modules that I teach in my Manifest Intensive program, and she was so delighted with the result. I remember when we jumped on a call, she took her, I think it was her laptop with me on the laptop, and she took me around into her closet to show me how everything was organized. She said she couldn't believe how she felt by doing this task. Now, it's a massive task. It's a massive task because you've got to change your internal world. You've got to change your perspective in order to create the shift on the external world. Now, I always say that the condition of your home is the condition of your mind. If your mind is cluttered, if your mind is so filled with things from left and right, and all you're pulled and drawn all over the place, and your mind is just so cluttered with negative emotions, or the things that you need to do, or the things that you're beating yourself up with, or who you're having an argument with, or whatever, that then reflects outward. Okay, so your space that you live in is a mirror. Now, and so it's hard to start to change. It's hard to sort of say, okay, great, I'm going to declutter everything now. I'm going to start working on my spaces, etc. Now, this is a process that takes some time, and I would recommend that you start, yes, Nikki, it does make a huge difference. I would recommend that you start in one space, and then you start to go through, like for your bathroom, for example, you start to go through your drawers. But the interesting thing is, watch what happens in a couple of weeks. If you still have the same energy of mind or energy of thought, everything will come back in. It's like this vacuum. Everything comes back. It sucks it all back again. The same with my client in the US. with her car when I was talking to her about her car. I said, tell me, does your car have papers all over the place and shoes and clothes? And she was just saying, oh my God, she was absolutely. And so she did that with her car. She detailed her car, she cleaned her car, and she absolutely loved getting into her car and into her space. But it takes discipline. It really does take discipline to start to shift that. I know when I did these processes, and it's constantly an ongoing process, I released paperwork that I had still from the 90s. I had that in my filing cabinets, and I had just this huge pile of papers, and I was just tossing everything out. Because when you start to clear the space, you're clearing energy, you're clearing an energetic space for new things to come in. And we're driving around this evening. I'll tell you one business that I'm not sure how long it's been around, maybe a couple of decades, but we never had this business before. Now this is reflective of what's happening in society, okay? This is reflective of the clutter that people are gathering. Now, there are storage businesses all over the place. Why do people need storage containers? Because they're clutter. Yes, I know sometimes people move, or sometimes people are going overseas, etc. But most people utilize storage spaces. They're paying money to hoard more stuff. Now, we don't need more stuff in our life. We need more consciousness. We need more awareness. So think about that. Go look through your house, or look through your space, look through your car, and ask yourself, what can I release here? What am I attached to that I'm holding on to? What can I release? Because we believe that our stuff, the stuff that's in our reality, in our homes, is an extension of who we think we are. It's an extension of our identity. And to a point it is, but when we're holding on to those things, we're not releasing fragments of ourselves. We're not releasing, for maybe like past hurts or past pains, because everything around you signifies something within. So think about that. Okay, where can I make more space in my life? And this refers to your wallet as well. That's one of my modules in my course as well. We talk about money. How do you handle money? Have you got money scrumpled up and thrown in your bag? Have you got loose coins in your bag, etc.? So think about, okay, where can I create more space in my life? What have I got in my home that I don't use, that I don't need, but for some reason I don't want to let go of? Or what am I attached to as well? Like, for example, a lot of people keep, I know I struggle with this too. You keep gifts that people have given you from ages because you feel guilty about getting rid of them. But when you've received a gift and it's done its purpose, then it's time to move that on. So what can you do because when someone gives you a gift, they give you the energy of that gift. And once you've received the energy of that gift and they're aware of that gift and you're grateful for that gift, whether it's 5 years ago, last week, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, etc., then you've received that gift. Now you can then clear that, move that on, etc. The same thing with jewelry. I know for me, I had so much jewelry when I started to do this sort of internal work. I started to sell all of my things. I've had jewelry for 30 years that I don't wear, that I was kind of like, it was a gift and this kind of stuff, but I started to clear it, and I started to just post it like on Marketplace on Facebook or etc. And I was starting to make money. So what hidden treasures have you got around your place as well that you could move, that you could release, that you could clear, that you can gift to someone? So I've got written down here. So these are the things that you can do. You can either sell, you can give away, you can re-gift. There's nothing wrong with re-gifting. You can recycle, or you can throw out. If you want change in your reality, you need to make the space for that. Okay, so once you make the space for that, imagine walking into your environment or your home or your bedroom or your walk-in robe. When I had a friend of mine come and help me declutter my wardrobe, and I loved walking into my wardrobe because everything that was in my wardrobe either everything fit me. So there wasn't anything that was too big or that was too small that I wasn't letting go of. Everything fit me. So it felt wonderful because everything that I had there was I could wear straight away, etc. So that's what you're doing. You're making the space. People hold on to things because they think, well, I'll lose the weight and then I'll be able to wear that. Are you guilty of that? Are you guilty of saying, when I lose the weight, I'll be able to fit in that? But that's you holding on to hope or onto some energy associated with that. Okay, so make space in your reality, make space in your if you want to create new things. Love this live. Hi Susanna, gorgeous Susanna. Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, Nikki. We are a work in progress. Okay, we are a work in progress. Create the space that you want to have. Imagine walking into your home, everything that you have in that space you absolutely love because it brings you joy. Now, Marie Kondo, she's someone that you can Google. She's just this whiz from Japan that teaches people around the world about how to declutter. And she says if it doesn't bring you joy, it has no place in your home. So imagine walking into your space that everything in there brings you absolute joy. It's actually a lot of fun to do. Sometimes it's hard to do. I know that when I had a girlfriend who loves to declutter, she's great at decluttering, she came and helped me because there are professional declutterers as well that can help you if you need that, because we're attached to our things. Now, the Buddha says all attachment is suffering. Now imagine if you could just release those things. Imagine if you could make space. Imagine if you walked into your home, everything had a home, your space was, everything that was there you loved and it brought you joy. So think about that. Once you start to when you shift your external world, you're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to feel better because you're going to start to see potential. You're going to start to open yourself to more energy flow. You're going to start to see how these little shifts create incredible changes in your life. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're creating space for things to emerge, for wonderful things to show up in your reality. Okay, because remember, everything is energy. Ask yourself, do wherever you want to go, like your bathroom, for example. Open your drawer in your bathroom and say, and look at your things. Do they bring me joy? Does this bring me joy? Or am I holding on to it because I may need it one day down in the future? It's hard. It's a really hard thing to do. But your soul will love you for it. The universe will love you for it because you're creating space. We all need more space in our lives. Not more things, not more clutter, not more baggage, not more turmoil, not more drama. We need more space. Okay, so let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if this resonates for you. Let me know, comment below about your experiences of decluttering or which rooms you need to declutter, but for some reason you could be afraid to. People are afraid to let things go. People are afraid to let things go. I know that sometimes I've thrown something out in the process of decluttering and then later on I've gone, oh, I wish I still had that thing. But if you're not using it, clear it. Okay, if you're not using it, clear it. Make space for amazing things to show up in your reality. And I promise you, once you make that space, you'll open the doors to incredible experiences and wonderful things to show up in your life. So I have created a manifest intensive course. Now, what is this? This is for entrepreneurial women who are ready to release the blocks, who are ready to step up, who are ready to make great changes in their lives, who really want to be empowered and live the life of their dreams. Now, what's this course about? So the course is a manifest intensive, as I said. It is an 8-session 4-week program. So the first 4 sessions are really about releasing. So it's also about decluttering what you're holding in your heart center energetically. So it's about your thoughts, it's about limiting beliefs, it's about negative messages that you've been receiving. So the first 4 sessions we clear away the blocks to you living your designer life. Then after that, the last 4 sessions, we talk about, okay, now that we've made space, now we talk about, okay, now these are the steps that what we need to do to start to move into the reality that we desire. I teach you how to use your mindset. I teach you tools that you can use with your phone and amazing lessons to teach you how to shift into your new reality. So I've got it written here so that I don't mess it up. So what you will receive after this course. So you will know how to use your mind as a creative source of all manifestation so that you feel empowered to make future choices and decisions to serve your highest truth. You'll have strengthened your connection to source energy so that you'll never feel separate again. I love this module because this is what, when you understand how you're connected to everything, to divine, it really does empower you to step into your true essence of who you truly are, because from that space you create. You will also know what you want with clarity so that you can move forward in the right direction. You'll finally remove self-doubt, lack thinking, self-worthiness issues that are holding you back so you can finally live the life you truly desire. You'll have a manifesting toolbox to draw on in the future so you won't feel lost and confused about what to do. You'll feel supported by the universe. I love this. It's amazing. And you'll know how to connect with the power and the source that you can easily create from this space. And you'll be able to bless and release the past, which will finally help you move forward, and much, much more. So if that sounds like something that you need support with, then comment me below or send me a private message. Also, I have a Journey to Manifesting official Facebook group. You can come and join us in there for free trainings. So I will see you all again tomorrow. Remember, clear space. When you clear space, you make room for the new. You make room for new energy to come into your life. Comment below, let me know what you do in your life, what you've decluttered, or even if you're watching this as a replay, what have you decluttered after you've seen this? Let me know, and you might inspire others to start shifting their reality as well. I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.